Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the PowerCon 2023 exclusive Action Force Swarm Horde from Valaverse. And now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in a very large window box packaging. And if we turn the box around, multiple images showing off the figure in multiple posing positions with its different interchangeable parts and accessories, as well as a short bio card at the bottom. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let him breathe.
Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the Swarm Horde. I think this is so freaking cool. This is the PowerCon exclusive figure from Valaverse, and I could not be more happier to have this thing. Now, I do have the Swarm Trooper from way back when that figure first came out, which I absolutely love. But man, this deco is definitely my style. And you can see how he kind of has that, you know, Horde, Motu Horde, Hordak kind of colors with the grays, the blacks and reds. I think it looks so cool. But man, again, I just love the way this turned out. This suit just looks great. I love, again, the first version that came out and all the other versions that have come out after. But for me, a black and red combo just works. I love they still keep the honeycomb pattern right there on the chest. The black with the bright reds really peeking out, looks super cool. The undersuit looks great with that really nice gray. Then you got the black armor bits kind of covering over that, even down to the boots. Again, I love how you have the red peeking through right there. It kind of makes it look like they're glowing. I think it's super badass, dude. Then you got this harness right at the belt that actually connects to this leg pieces that wrap over the legs. Nice bright painted silver all around the belt, which looks really cool. You even got elbow pads back there. Again, this thing is just so freaking cool. I love this harness. This harness can come off. It just has two little latches. You could pull it off if you really want to and swap armor with something else. But this head sculpt is super cool, man. I believe this is the first figure we are receiving this head sculpt, because I believe this is a new head sculpt. And again, how it just has that Hordak vibe. And you can see it has a bit of a translucent red. Now, see if I can get to show you the translucency of the red. You can see that right there, how it just kind of has that translucent vibe. I kind of wish the whole face plate, the whole front of the face was translucent red, but I understand why they had that like flesh color tone to like more of like the mouth area, again, just to kind of match like Hordak. You know, this is a Motu color homage, which is really cool. So yeah, man, I'm just loving this. I think I might actually like it better than the original Swarm figures that have come out in the past. So now moving on to accessories here, I do love this figure because he does come with a pretty good amount of stuff, which kind of affects the price a bit. I know around 45 bucks is a lot for a figure on this scale, but for me, he is kind of a deluxe figure, and that might seem a little high. You know, he was a PowerCon exclusive, so any convention exclusive, you're gonna have to expect a price hike. But we do get a bunch of interchangeable hands. You got closed fisted hands, you got more trigger finger hands, you got more standard gripping hands, and then you got like what I like to call cupping hands for like two-handing, holding weapons and things like that, which is fantastic. So those all look great. Now we do get some weapons here. He does come, of course, come with a little knife, done a nice black blade with a silver handle, which is kind of odd because those colors are usually reversed. So it looks really cool too. And it's very tiny. It gets a very small grip, so it doesn't hold too well in the hands, but you can make it work. You can also holster it on the back of the belt, which works nicely, so I do like that a lot. One thing I did notice when doing this with the knife, it is fairly loose in there, and I have dropped this a few times, so just be very careful with that. It's a very small piece. I've dropped it on the floor a couple times, and I freaking lost it for a good while. But again, just be careful. Maybe stick some sticky tack in there, and that'll help hold it in place. We also do get a little pistol done in all black with a little bit of red at the top right there. I love that thing a lot. It looks really good. Just a really great design. You can also holster this on the side of the leg right there, and it stays in there very good. So I do like how that works. We also do get that awesome rifle. I just love the design of this rifle. Very streamlined, kind of like flat and boxed. You know, I don't know, something about that design just really works for me. Done in the black and red, looks really cool. And again, if you use one of those cupping hands, you can get a little nice two-handed grip on things like that, which again, I think works so good. I love that cupping hand. That is one of those things that I think the Action Force figures have over like G.I. Joe Classified, and a lot of figures that have guns and things like that. That's a really important type of holding hand, which I wish more companies would do, honestly. We also do get some really cool translucent pieces, things like the Action Force stand done in a translucent red, which I think just looks so good. And you got multiple points to pin into the bottom of the feet, because the feet do have peg holes, so that is great. We also do get that sweet like riot shield done in a red. Now we've seen the shield before with the other swarm figures. Get this one done in yellow with that honeycomb pattern. Looks really cool. It does make sense, of course, to be in yellow. This time we do get it in red, and I think the red looks super cool. You got a nice handle in there to hold on to, which just looks really rad, man. I love that. And that's more for the standard gripping hand. Is perfect for holding the knife and the right shield here. But easily the best accessory we're gonna get is this jetpack. I freaking love this jetpack. It looks so good. I love how you got the all black, you got the painted silver thrusters and vents. The little white that fades into the blue here looks really cool. And then those awesome translucent red wings just look so freaking good, man. And these do articulate. There's a little bit of a ratchet joint in there, so they can go straight out, or they can go up a little higher like that, which again, I think looks really, really cool. Now we do get an extra long peg on there, and there's kind of this little hole kind of cut out around the peg to fit around the blockiness of this like backpack area. And you can just push that in there. If I can get it really nice and tight, and that looks super good, dude. You know, take that rifle, put it in the hand like so. Nice little grip on there, and then you just have a badass looking character. Now I'll go ahead and actually put these wings down. I'll go ahead and bring in the original Swarm Trooper, and you can see how these are pretty much the exact same figure, just different head sculpts, and then just different decos, the colors, you know what I mean? But they are pretty much the exact same figure. One thing I do wish, I wish this Swarm or the Horde figure had came with multiple heads, so we could get maybe like this head done in like this colorway. You know what I mean? Like they have a glow in the dark one coming out very soon that has all three heads for these like Swarm figures. I think it would have been really cool to include all three heads with this one. That's one of my few complaints, but still, man, this thing looks freaking rad. Again, get those wings up and get some really sweet poses. I mean, he looks so rad. Now let's move on to the articulation here, because one thing I've noticed right out of the box, his joints are so buttery smooth, yet still very sturdy enough and stiff enough. Nothing's really loose here, and that's really good, because it really seems like Valaverse has really upgraded the plastic on these since that initial first couple waves. So that's a good thing. That is something, again, I noticed right out of the box. So the head is on a ball hinge that goes all the way up, down that much, and we can turn left and right, wobbles a little side to side. We do get arms full 360 at the shoulders, up and out that far. We do get a very nice butterfly joint that helps with gun holding hands and poses and things like that. Rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbows, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. And depending on the type of wrist, they do have either hinge in and out or up and down. We do get double ball pegs in the midsection, one going into the crotch and one into his chest. So you got a lot of good motion there. Just look how smooth that is. Does turn left and right, crunches back that far, forward all the way that much, and then rocks side to side, which is very nice. Hip joints that kick forward and up that far with that pull down feature of those hips. That works so freaking good. That is really, really solid there. Go all the way back about that far, splits out about that much. Rotation in the upper thigh, double jointed knees where he can kick himself in his own butt. Ankles go up, down, rotate, and then we do get a pretty decent ankle rocker. So overall, I am very, very happy with this. I mean, damn, I just love that original design of the Swarm Trooper, which I think is really cool, and just getting in these like Horde colors is just like perfect for me. For me, the main reason why I did get this, obviously I was gonna buy it anyway because I love the design and all that and the colors, but this is gonna go with my Hiss Tank crew from G.I. Joe Classified. How that whole crew is kind of like rocking the red and blacks and grays. So he's going to be part of that team. I think he's going to fit in very well, and I think you would absolutely love him for your collections.
So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to the Action Force Swarm Trooper, also from Valaverse. And for your G.I. Joe comparison, Here he is sitting next to a Mezco 112 Collective Destro and G.I. Joe Classified Red Ninja. And for your Motu comparison, here he is standing next to the Masters of the Universe Origins Horde. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Swarm Horde. Now, overall, I think this might be my favorite version of this particular design. I absolutely love the new head sculpt. It looks so cool. The paint apps are always super clean on Valaverse figures, which I do appreciate. And man, that articulation is so buttery smooth. You can tell that they've really improved the plastics from those first couple of waves. Those were pretty stiff and rough. This one is just a beautiful dream to pose, and I cannot put him down, honestly. I've just been having a lot of fun with him. The weapons are so fantastic. I just love those designs with a little bit of blacks and reds, just work perfectly for me. And the translucent wings, shield, stand, and even that head. Oh my god, those stand out as something special. I'm a sucker for anything clear, translucent plastic toys. That's one of my sweet spots. But man, I think this is a fantastic piece, and I think he is definitely a must get. So be excellent to each other, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.